Our actions are controlled by our thoughts. Our thoughts are controlled by our feelings, but our feelings are controlled by others' actions.
Is a state of my mind.
You cannot live without it. Y sin felicidad no hay vida.
Happiness is when you are satisfied with what you have, when you don't feel that you need or crave anything more, and I suppose when you have a smile on your face too.
Happiness to me is a state of my mind. It's never outside. For example, today the same thing will look good to me, great to me, and another day the same incident might look unpleasant to me, depending on my mood. So happiness for me is what I feel inside, my own state of mind.
Me parece que es un poco diferente la felicidad a la alegría, ¿no? Como la felicidad es algo más profundo, muy fuerte, y la alegría es cosas que me dan alegría, ¿no? Cosas que me ponen feliz en un momento. Pero la felicidad me parece que es un estado de ánimo, es una actitud en la vida también.
Tusen takk.
There are endless theories on what happiness is. For example, some say that happiness is not when things are going well, but when things are getting better. Some say that happiness is helping others, or happiness is taking risks. Happiness could be silence and peace for some people, or happiness is just something in your genes, and it's not something you decide, it just comes. It's just a state of your mind, and or it could just be found in heaven. There have been done several scientific experiments about happiness. Firstly, studies say that on average, women is more happy than men. And 45 years is on average the most unhappy age in our lives. 6 months after a big life event, you are just as happy as you were before. For example, it has been proved that a lottery winner and a paraplegic are just as happy 6 months after winning the lottery or losing their leg. This is because humans are very adaptive, and the truth is that humans really are just as happy whether they have everything they want or not. Another interesting thing to look at is how many people actually claim that they are happy. In the US, 31% say that they are very happy, 56% say that they are pretty happy, and 13% say that they are not so happy. But what causes happiness? Everyone says that money can't buy happiness, but that is only true to a certain extent. Your happiness will improve when you pass through poverty, but not so much after that. About 48% of how happy you feel right now compared to the person sitting next to you is simply because of who your parents are, your genetics. 12% of your happiness comes from your surroundings and community, and 40% of your happiness comes from daily activities you do and from big life events. As your genetics or big life events can be difficult to control, I suggest we should focus on our daily activities and our surroundings. As you will get to see, there are actually quite a lot that you can do to improve your daily activities, your community, and following that, your happiness. Happiness is produced by little advantages that occur every day.
Para mí, felicidad es cuando la familia está juntos y están felices.
Sí.
Es la felicidad para mí.
It's on a state of mind, okay, that depends in identifying which things are really important for you, those ones that are needs and you cannot live without them. And then really put the others, which are decoration, aside. So if you are concentrating really the things that you need, just that, then is when you can feel satisfaction and peaceful.
Me parece que la felicidad es como un motor para vivir.
Sí.
Que sin felicidad no quieres vivir, ¿no? Entonces con felicidad quieres vivir, miras, no sé, por ejemplo ahora mira el mar o las gaviotas, los pájaros, todo y es como muy vital. Y sin felicidad no hay vida.
You have to be sad sometimes to make the happy times feel more happy. You have to have the contrast.
For en dag.
Can I have a look at that? Bra. Har du lyst på en liten sånn?
Porque es como muy diferente decir hola, ¿cómo estás? A decir hola.
Instead of being, I think the problem of our society is that we are more obsessed about what we don't have than we have. And that creates always that we are feeling like running towards many people doesn't know even where. Okay? So by moving slower and enjoying more what you've got and be thankful to what you've got and not focusing creates a better atmosphere around you.
If I'm able to smile at a stranger in all honesty, not knowing the person, and I just smile because I feel like smiling, I'm a happy person.
Scientists are working hard to understand the brain and its connection to emotions, but can still not agree on exactly how it works. However, there have been done several experiments to try and understand it. And what we can say for sure is that when we are happy, there can be recorded more electrical blood flow and activity in the brain. We've also found that the main location for happiness in the brain is the left prefrontal cortex. There are many substances which have been found have an important impact on people's social conduct, behavior, and happiness. Oxytocin, or also called the love hormone, is one of these. It lays in the pituitary, the underside of the brain. The pituitary is, among other things, significant in having control over emotional responses. It has been shown that oxytocin can work to stimulate for social contact, and the release of the hormone can reduce stress, aggression, and anxiety. Oxytocin will affect social situations. The hormone can, for example, be released if someone friendly touches another person in a way that is not provocative or uncomfortable indeed. An example is giving a hug or a friendly pat on the shoulder. Of course, oxytocin is not the only hormone that plays an important role in social situations. Other hormones, like vasopressin, norepinephrine, endogenous opioids, and serotonin are also affecting a person's social affairs. Happiness is perceived only when it is reflected from another.
Hei! Så tidlig hjemme du er I dag. Har du fortet deg? Har du hatt en fin dag?
Ja, kjempefin.
Så flott! Du, når du kommer så tidlig hjem, så rekker vi å dra innom en pasient. Det er kjempebra. Nå kommer Grete til å bli glad.
Så deilig at du kom I dag, Lisbeth.
Ja, det var fint at det passet sånn at jeg kunne komme ekstra I dag.
Og så får jeg ryddet opp litt grann nå. Jeg orker ikke så mye lenger, ja. Nei, ellers så sitter jo jeg for det meste her og spranger, da.
Vi har ikke så mange som kommer på besøk lenger hos han.
Kommer jo noen gang iblant, da. Det gjør vi jo. Men du vet, når ikke jeg går en tur, så kommer jo ikke venninnene mine til meg så mye lenger, da.
Nei.
Og det var litt vanskelig for å komme av gårde dem også.
Ja, det er klart. Men du har kanskje noen I familien du gjerne ville hilse på, eller?
Det oldebarnet mitt, hun hadde så lyst til å ta en tur, så jeg tror jeg skal ringe til henne og så spørre om hun har lyst til å ta en tur.
Ja, det synes jeg du skal gjøre. Hvis du ringte også, så passer det jo fint å...
Ja, hun hadde så lyst til å ta en tur. Hun hadde lyst til å komme.
Happiness is not a number of blessings, but our attitude towards them. Communities can be classified into two types: independent cultures and interdependent cultures. Independent cultures is when the members of a community does not emotionally, economically, ecologically, or morally rely on each other. A typical example of an independent community is where everybody are minding their own business and are very social on public places like the bus and don't really know or care about their neighbor. Members of an independent society may have less social contact in their everyday life, and friends and family does not necessarily live nearby. On the other hand, an interdependent culture is where members of the community rely more on each other, people share more, and are more open towards members of the community. Members of an interdependent culture are more likely to feel a belonging to that society and have their friends and family nearby where they live. There are several studies which prove that social interaction is beneficial both for individuals and the community as a whole. For example, an increase in social interaction can improve negative attitudes towards stereotyped groups, break down prejudice, reduce difference between generations, and keep elders involved, healthy and active in the society. Through conversation, we can help each other develop and grow. It promotes positive feelings like empathy, gives people a sense of purpose in their lives, and improve overall life outcomes. It will also help people develop social skills and a broader understanding of the society and other individuals in the society. So there are several advantages of an increase in social interactions in our society today. But what can you do to improve it? I mean, it's a lot of great things, but what can we really do? Firstly, smile a lot to everyone. Secondly, take off your earplugs. You could rather try to talk to people and be social. And thirdly, put away your phone much more often. It isn't really that necessary to look at it all the time, is it? And try and look up at the world you live in instead. It's actually quite interesting.
Jeg tror jeg skal ringe til henne med det samme, så fordi at da glemmer jeg det ikke. Det var sånn. Hallo?
Hei!
Ja, kunne du tenke deg å ta en tur bort til meg nå? Nå har jeg fått det så fint her.
Ja, det vil jeg gjerne.
Nå har Lisbeth vært her og gjort litt i huset for meg. Det var veldig koselig. Da ser jeg deg snart, da. Ja, ha det.
gnist kan tenne en brann. Ett virus kan ta et liv. En veps kan stoppe en bil. Maur kan spise opp hus. En bevegelse kan si mer enn ord. Ett lite ord kan forandre livet.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to